Sagittarius, you are up for the February money energy reading. Before I go any further, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. So, obviously, this is the money reading. The general readings and the love readings for February are already up for all of the signs. I'm doing more collective readings now. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. I'm just a person here reading energy and tarot cards. You know your story better than I ever could. Now that I said all that, let's hop into your reading. May I have the energy for Sagittarius for February? May I have the energy for Sagittarius for February? May I have the energy for Sagittarius for February? What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? Something's telling me to take this card. Let me set it to the side. What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? May I have some cards, please? Thank you. Wow, what is that? This card has been coming out a lot. Wow. I feel like this card has come out in 4 readings. May I have some more cards, please? Thank you. This came out during Libra's reading. And this also came out during Libra's reading. Some of you might be married to a Libra if you're married. May I have some more? Thank you. And okay, there we go. Wow. That's interesting that these two, And finally, what do we, thank you. Bottom of the deck, nonprofit organization. Nonprofit organization. So some of you might be donating to a nonprofit, thinking about starting a nonprofit. Maybe you own a nonprofit, but something involving a nonprofit organization. Now, the first card that came out, and this card has come out in almost half the readings, 1 month. There's something of significance happening or has happened. So either something happened a month ago, or something will happen in 1 month of significance, financially related. The day from a month from today, which is today I'm recording, this is January the 29th, or a month from when you listen to this on the podcast or watch the video. So 1 month. All right. Second card that came out is lawsuit. This came out during Libra's reading. And with that, it sort of speaks for itself. Either you could be filing a lawsuit against someone, or someone could be filing a lawsuit against you. Or you could find yourself involved in like a class action, because that happens all the time, because it's happened with me several times, where I receive something in the mail saying, hey, there's been a class action lawsuit against such and such company, and we're contacting you to see if you want part of the settlement, and da-da-da-da-da-da. So it could be one of those too. Third thing is child expense. Child expense. Now, something just said to me, for some of you, these two are connected. The lawsuit and the child expense. And so random. I heard something about an allergic reaction. An allergic reaction. So maybe your child is allergic to something, but somehow they were able to get a hold of it. Maybe a restaurant exposed them to it, or either at their school they were exposed to it, but shouldn't have been, because they know that your child is allergic to whatever it is. And because of that, there might be a lawsuit. Like you might file a lawsuit against whoever. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It doesn't have to be that. These two don't have to be connected. All of these cards could be the same timeline, or all of them could be all different timelines. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. All right. Now, the other card that came out, open a real, capital letters, bank account. This came out of somebody else's reading. What's funny is the card that followed it, find a credit union. So for those of you who need to open a real bank account, the energy is saying when you do, you probably want to start with the credit union and build that banking relationship. So opening a real bank account and starting with the credit union. And then the 6th card is unemployed spouse. Unemployed spouse. Some of you may be dealing with an unemployed spouse. And then the card I set to the side, wow. Do you know, I kid you not, some of you are dealing with the Libra, or some of you have Libra in your chart, like heavy Libra in your chart. Because something told me to take a card and set it to the side during Libra's reading. And this was the card that came out. Unemployed boyfriend or girlfriend. Now, back a few months ago, during Libra's reading, both these cards came out. Some of you are dealing with a Libra, or you have heavy Libra in your chart, is what this is. But somebody unemployed that you're dealing with. Just saying. So, yeah, obviously not every single Sagittarius that watched this or listens to this, but something's here. All right, so let's add some color to this, see what's going on. Can we clarify the cards on the table? Can we clarify the cards on the table? Can we clarify the cards on the table? What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? Oh my goodness, why did I just hear that? Why did I just hear that? Okay, Sagittarius, don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. I'm just delivering the message. It is what it is. So when I was putting the cards together, doing the shuffling, and they came back together, the wind was blowing and it blew this card. It blew this card, unemployed spouse, on top of find a credit union. Something said to me then when I looked down at it, open an account, but don't tell your spouse about it. That's what I was getting. Or they're opening an account and not telling you about it. But somebody either needs to open an account, which is probably you, and not tell your spouse about it, or there's being an account opened by your spouse and they're not telling you about it. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I mean, will it come out? It could during the full moon in February, because stuff comes out full moon. Mercury retrograde is already passed. Mercury's direct now. It's not going retrograde again, I think, until April. So, yeah. But just keep that in mind. What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? Let's clarify the cards on the table. What is it that Sagittarius... Woo! Those flew out. Okay. What are these? Knight of Cups. Ten of Swords. So, this is an emotional offer pulling you out of mental despair. Or pulling someone out of mental despair. An emotional offer pulling someone out of mental despair. Or emotional action, where somebody does something that touches your emotions. Or you could be doing something that touches their emotions. Let's see this. We need more color on this one. And this is air energy and water energy. What else for Sagittarius? Can we clarify the cards on the table? Yeah, there's something involving two people. These two cards came out together, and now two more cards came out together. So there's something involving a pair here. Five of Wands, conflict, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Ace of Pentacles, starting new. For some of you, this situation with the unemployed spouse or unemployed boyfriend, girlfriend, there is a conflict on what is the next steps. What are the next steps for the future of both of you? Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Now, if you're like, Casey, I don't have an unemployed spouse or unemployed girlfriend or boyfriend, Wheel of Fortune's at the bottom of the deck. I just caught that. But yeah, and you're like, I don't have a spouse, then it's not your story. There's other things in here that could be your story. But with this particular story, there's a conflict about how to move forward as a couple, is what I'm getting. The Wheel of Fortune is saying, okay, there's good stuff here. Thank you. And 2 cards again. Good Lord. Temperance, which is Sagittarius energy, and 7 of Pentacles, which is waiting and investing. Earth energy. Some of you are doing a wait and see approach. For those of you that this is affecting. Bottom of the deck, King of Cups. This is Scorpio energy. Some of you might be dealing with the Scorpio. For some of you, a Scorpio might have approached you outside of this current partnership with someone, so a third party. The third party would be the Scorpio. May have approached you outside of what you already have with someone or what you're already going through with someone. Now, for others of you, you may not have anyone, and a Scorpio might be approaching you. Which, that's an interesting relationship, because my dad's a Sagittarius and my mother's a Scorpio. So, but they've been together for almost, 50 years now, something like that. So, hey, it can work. My parents approve. But, yeah, there may be a Scorpio approaching you. That, I'm curious about something. May I have some more cards? Because, yeah, we have, thank you. Again with the 2 more cards. Again. So this is 4 times this has happened. There's something involving a partnership here. Now, it may not be boyfriend, girlfriend, unemployed spouse, or whatever, but it's something involving a partnership. Now, the World card has come out, and the Page of Swords has come out. World is fixed energy. Page of Swords is air energy, specifically Aquarius. Some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius. For some of you, there could be some spying going on. For others of you, you could be gathering information about travel or relocation. And then for some of you, you could be going your separate ways, is what you could be doing. So, I'm looking at these cards on the table. For some of you, if you have a child, because going back to child expense, that might be one reason why you stayed with your spouse or boyfriend or girlfriend, even though they're unemployed, is because a child might be involved. I'm looking to see if there's any other clues here. I want to take some more cards because I'm really trying to get to the bottom of this. Okay, 2 cards again. 1 card looks like it came out reversed. Yeah. Okay. And Queen of Wands, you don't know whether the Queen of Wands came out in the reverse with the Death card. Again, Scorpio energy. You don't know whether to end this or not. This is a money reading, but your love life is affecting your finances. For whoever this is resonating with. Obviously, it's not going to resonate with everyone. I'm tempted to title this that your love life is affecting your finances. Because with this particular person that you're paired with, you don't know whether you want to stay or whether you want to go. For some of you, the reason that you are in conflict internally is because there's a child involved. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment. So if there's some type of wish that you have related to this situation, it will more than likely come true. But for right now, the main message is that your love life is affecting your finances. For those this is resonating with. All right, so that is the message. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Till next time, be blessed.